All right, so here is my airboat that I bought for $175. I've been kind of looking at it. I lubed up the steering, the throttle, and I guess you're supposed to start it by spinning the prop. I tried to get it started, but it wouldn't start. I put some starting fluid in there and some fuel in the carburetor. It wouldn't start, so I took the plugs out, see if it sparked, and I didn't see any spark. So I am looking in here, and I guess this has something to do with the ignition system. This is my first time working on an airplane motor. I have no clue. Well, I have like a basic idea of how it works, but this is my first time, so if I'm doing something wrong, don't get mad, but I'm trying. I see this white wire hanging from here. I don't know if that has to do something with killing the ignition or the ignition working. So what I'm doing right now is I'm taking this off. There's a gasket in here, and I guess we'll see what's inside. I already removed this whole thing. I seen that there's a coil in there, and it actually looks almost brand new in there, even though the outside looks like crap. But I'm gonna be careful, and I'm gonna take that gasket off, and hopefully I don't rip it. So just got the gasket off, and this is the inside. Not sure exactly what I'm looking at, but the thing that is connected to the white wire, there is some kind of mechanism in here, and I wonder if this is some type of kill switch to kill the ignition. I'm not sure. Well, actually, there we go. I don't know what it's supposed to do. So I'm gonna, I don't know, maybe I'll do some research. It's kind of hard to find information on this motor. It's weird, because I guess it's a really old motor, but I'm trying to figure out what this even does. All right, so this is what it looks like inside. It looks like the coil right there, and I guess this is the point in the front. I'm not sure how that exactly operates, because I've never really messed with anything like this. So I'm gonna have to maybe watch a video online, and maybe it's not adjusted properly or something, or maybe that coil is bad or something. I'm not too sure. So I kind of took this whole thing out, inspected everything, and everything, I mean, visually looks good. I'm gonna put it all back together. I have the one of the coil right there, it's removed. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to remove all this and put a drill on here and rotate it pretty quick and see if I'm getting spark. I assume you'd call this the cap and rotor. I am gonna clean it up a little bit. It is a little bit dirty. Gonna clean these right here, and hopefully I get an even, consistent spark out of this. All right, so what I'm doing now is, well, I already put my drill on there, and I was not getting any spark. And I noticed that the gap was really big between this point right here. I opened it up some more. It wasn't that like that, because I was trying to get in here and to clean it. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. And I'm gonna set the gap really small, not like it was before. It was pretty big. I'm on my phone, and I'm trying to find the gap setting for that, so hopefully I can find that online, and hopefully I can get this thing going. Oh, look at that, it's actually sparking. So I did go to the parts store, and I bought some engine oil for this motor. I purchased 4 quarts, but I don't know if I need more or if it's going to take less, but we'll find out, because I couldn't really find information on there of how much oil this engine takes. And I also got new spark plugs. I'm going to put all this stuff in and going to pull that carb off and try to get this thing running. I got the mag installed right there, got everything adjusted, timed, so hopefully once I do the service and get some fresh gas in there, she'll fire right up. So I'm about to remove the drain plug, and all the oil should come out. There we go. So I just pulled the carburetor off the motor, and it looks pretty gummed up. This looks like the float, and it's not even moving. So looks pretty simple. I'm gonna go ahead and take this gasket off and take all that old gas out of there, and hopefully this carburetor will be all cleaned up and it's gonna run the airboat. So I have the carburetor all cleaned up, looks all good, and now I'm just gonna assemble it and install it back in the motor. So yeah, as you guys saw, it runs. Here, I'm gonna start it up once again. It actually starts really easy now after got it to run. Just the idle on there. All right, so I got the airboat running today, which is exactly what I wanted to do today. Motor run's actually pretty good. There's a few things that I do want to ask you guys, what these parts were called and where I could purchase them. I did notice that there is quite a bit of oil dripping from here, and I noticed that these things right here, these I don't know what they're called, but they connect this to here. They are missing the clamps on here, and as you can see, there's one just dangling right here. So I was wondering if you guys knew where I could buy maybe new clamps and these rubber things right here on both sides, and also possibly these, because I did notice that they have some cracks in here. It's kind of bad right here. It's cracked up. I'm not sure if it's all the way through, or but if they're pretty cheap, you know, I was thinking, hey, let me throw some new ones on. And also these motor mounts. I'm not sure if you guys know where I can buy some type of motor mounts for this that will work. This side is kind of bad. It's dry rotted, as you can see. So I do want to replace those if I could find those parts. But other than that, airboat runs really good, and just spin the prop and she'll run. Appreciate you guys watching, and stay tuned for more videos of this airboat.